Why a lot of wealthy, independent women are picky over men. My name is Okoro Blessing Kiruka, and I'm popularly known as Blessing CEO, your #1 relationship therapist in Africa. I thought we should have this conversation. Why a lot of independent, wealthy women are very picky over men. I get this a lot on my DM. Why is it that when a woman makes money or she becomes independent, she begins to select men? Yeah, some guys are actually saying, is it pride? Just because she's making money, she's selective over men. I decided to want to talk about this stuff because I want to encourage the men. In as much as we have so many small boys, boys are people who don't take correction. And on the social media today, because everybody have access to the media and everybody can say anything, people don't want to learn. And that's why we have a lot of riffraff. We have more of boys than men. Men are people who take correction, people who listen, people who want to improve themselves, because we don't know it all. A real man will listen to everybody and pick the things that are useful to him. But boys, every time you say something that relates to them, they fight. A lot of people are still poor today just because they don't want to improve themselves. So I'm going to tell you why a lot of wealthy ladies, independent ladies, are very picky over men. It is because a lot of men do not have any other thing to offer apart from money. Yes. A lot of men don't know what to do with an independent, wealthy woman. I tell you the truth. A lot of men, especially the rich, the one that think that they have money, many of them prefer to go for hungry girls. You see a lot of men prefer to date students. Not because they love them, but because they can use and manipulate them. So many men like to date hungry girls because the only thing they can offer those girls is food. The only thing tying a lot of women to a man is what the man can give them to eat. I swear to you. Let your money finish. That is when you know that a lot of your wives don't love you. A lot of your girlfriends don't love you. Yes. So some men intentionally date a particular girl so that they can be giving her money and be manipulating her, because they know that the only thing that is keeping that girl is those small 2K, 3K, transport money, food. A lot of men can't stand an independent woman. They don't have anything to give them. You will now hear things like, she's rude, she's arrogant, she has pride. They are not rude, they are not arrogant, but they don't know what to do with them because they cannot give them peanuts. So if you cannot give a woman money, you have to be able to give her something more. So many men do not have that more to give a woman. So now, many women have become picky because when you date a man who is still struggling to be successful, he's a stress. Yes. Many men that are still struggling to be successful have what is called complex issues. They are battling with themselves. That's the honest truth. They already feel inferior, just like I said in my post today. Some men are already looking down on themselves. So when they meet an independent woman or a successful woman, there's already a complex. There is nothing she does that is ever enough. Everything is a problem. They start to look for pity party. When you date, if you are successful and you date a man that is not yet successful, you will suffer. Because you can't even talk. If you make any statement, is it because I don't have a job? Is it because I don't have money? They like pity. They like to victimize themselves. You can't even talk to them. You can't even assist them. You can't even have conversations with them. They will frustrate you. That's the honest truth. Because they already see themselves as down. And a lot of men actually feel that if I don't have money to give a woman, I can't give her any other thing. It's a lie. It's a mindset. So you see many men don't improve themselves. The only thing they want to make is money. That's why we have a lot of money misroad. That's why a lot of men who have money don't have sense. They are so stupid. A lot of them, I'm telling you. Very few men that have money have sense. The rest are a bunch of empty containers. And so many women are tolerating their bullshit just because of the money that they have. If a woman makes money, that's the reason why you see that when a woman marries a man, when she becomes wealthy, she wants to divorce him. You will not be wondering, but you've been with this man for 5-10 years now. It's because she now has her freedom. She was tolerating bullshit just because of the penny that the man is getting from her. That's why a lot of men don't want to empower women, because they know that once a woman has something of her own, they don't have any other thing to tie her down. Now only money they will give you. So when a woman now makes money of her own, it's difficult to impress her. It's difficult for her to stay. That's why a lot of men have problems with independent women. So my point is, as a man, it's not an insult. You know, when you are talking, some little boys will think that you're trying to insult them. No. As a man, it is not money that makes you a man. That is a plus. Money is a plus. Money is good, though. Even Davido sang, love is sweet, oh, But when money enter, love is sweeter. Something was existing. Love now make it sweet. We are already in love before he started taking me to Dubai, taking me to America, taking me to whatever. That money is just a spice. Some of us are living in 5 bedrooms. We are only staying in 1 room. There are some people that are staying in face me and face you, and they are happier than you that is staying in 5 bedrooms or living in a mansion. It's a spice. You know, society has so focused on women that women have so become so powerful and now know their worth. Society have hit women so hard that women now improve themselves, because every time I'm talking about marriage and growth, woman, 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 woman. So women have become powerful. Have you noticed it? A lot of women are more successful than men in these days. God damn it. We have a lot of wealthy women more than men. You know why? Because society thought that they were punishing us, but they were making us powerful. Give yourself in the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, women will become the most powerful people in the world. Because society was hitting us so hard and we're improving ourselves, but they did not touch men. So men were so relaxed. Now women have become giants. They don't have any other thing to give us again. During our mother's days, marriage lasted because anything your husband give you, you take. Women did not know how to fish. The only thing they do is give birth and go to the farm and go to the other room. But now, a woman now knows how to fish. Before, during our mother's days, a woman is always independent to a man because she wants the man to feed her children. Now, women can feed their children. That's why it's as if it's hard for marriage to work. It's because it's no longer what a woman has to offer. It's now, what does a man have to offer? The table has turned. Because women can now provide. There was a time that women could not provide. It was a man's job to provide. Yes. In those days, it's only your husband that gives you something to eat before you can survive. But now, we have learned survival. And anybody that can survive is powerful. So women are powerful. So now that we can survive, now that we can provide, now that we can do the things that men can do, what else can a man give us? Now the question is now for the men. We now have money. We can now buy cars. We can now buy houses. We can now take care of our children single-handedly. If you're coming into my life now as a man, what can you do? This is where the problem lies. So my point is, it's not about money. It's not necessarily about money. A man needs to improve himself beyond his financial pockets. I've said this times without number. Money is a spice. Anything you remove does not make you happy. I've said it a lot of times in my videos. Anything you can detach, it doesn't make you happy. The real happiness are the things that money cannot buy. That's why you see a lot of young girls shouting, I want money, I want money, I want money. When you marry them and give them money, they'll be wanting love. I want love, I want attention, I want affection. The real things that make us happy are the things that money cannot buy. And that is the part of us we forget to improve. We focus so much on material things. And that's the reason why a lot of wealthy people are lonely. It's because you will finally get those material things and realize that you have lost the basic things of life. The thing that genuinely make you happy, you don't even know you don't know about it. These days, some men will have money, they'll start to disguise and be looking for women that will love them for who they are. Money is good, but we need to improve ourselves above the material things we can make, because it's detachable. It can leave us anytime. That's the honest truth. It can go anytime. We need to be able to increase our value, our worth. That's the truth. Let people be around you because of your worth. That's the honest truth. Personally, after I show off my house and show off my G-Guard, those are the two things I'm going to, the last two things I'm going to show off on the internet. I will show off my house, because they don't want to insult me because of that house. They need to know that I've built the house. But if I buy any other house, you guys might never know in your life. After showing off my house and my G-Wagon, I'll go low-key. Do you know why? I don't want people to be drawn to me by the things I have. I want people to be drawn to me by my value, the things I can create, my craft. Yes, because these days on the internet, people are only following you because they think you have G-Wagon. No. When people are drawn to you because of your value, that is real love. It's not by the things you have, it's by the way you affect their lives. So whether that thing is there or that thing is not there. Whether Blessing have house, Blessing does not have house. Whether Blessing have G-Wagon, she does not have G-Wagon. There is something I am benefiting from her. There's a craft, there's a value. In fact, people will be giving you. A lot of people buy cars for their pastors. A lot of people build churches for their pastors. Because their pastors has impacted their lives. You should improve your value. Material things is good, but let people be around you more because of the value you add to them, not because of the money, not because of the small, because these things will leave you, and when these things leave you, all of them will go. So that is what a lot of men forget, and that's the reason why a lot of wealthy ladies are very picky about men, because when you meet a man that is not successful, a man that is they are so stressful. They are stressful. If you are an independent woman here and you have dated a man that you are more successful than, please raise your hand. Very few of them have sense. Raise your hand. If you are a wealthy woman, they hear an independent woman, a rich woman that is catering for herself, that means you are rich. So long as you can take care of yourself, you are a rich woman. So raise your hand if you are an independent woman taking care of yourself. To date a guy that is not successful is the most stressful thing that can happen to you in this life. Because there is nothing, they will frustrate you. They will frustrate you. And the rich man will be giving you something with a poor man will give you nothing with frustration. I'm telling you the honest. Look at it's on the comments. They will frustrate you and still give you nothing. They will always be singing that they are pity party. It's because I don't have work. It's because I don't have. Normally, if your boyfriend have work or if your boyfriend is doing well, you guys can play and say, "Get away, baby. You are crazy." You guys can play. You guys can quarrel. If you are dating a guy that you are more successful than, you can't even quarrel. Because anything they'll make it look as if it's because I don't have money. Like you will not be free. A lot of people, women who are dating women that they are more successful than, they can't even talk. Because they don't want to talk now. It's not look as if it's because he does not have work. You can, so you see that in pity party, yeah. That's why I prefer to date a successful man so that I can talk. I can express I can tell you, please, I can be angry. If you're dating a guy that is not successful, you cannot even be angry. You don't have the right to be angry because if you're angry, it's because he doesn't have money. If you do your hair like this, it's because you're more successful than him. If anything you do is a problem, they are never satisfied. I'm telling you the honest truth. So it's a stressful relationship because, like I said, a lot of these men already have complex within them. It's not the money that the woman has. They just feel that, because she has money. Some men already feel that any woman will get money, get pride. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. There was this guy I dated. God bless his soul. I met him. He didn't have a car. I was driving. So I met him where I went to buy bread. And he followed me to my car. Cute guy. You know, as I closed my door, he knocked on my glass and said, "Hi." I said, "Hello, I want to talk to you." I wind down my glass. I said, "How may I help you?" He said, "My name is so and so." I said, "My name is so and so." He said, "I like you. I would like to get to know you. Can I have your number?" I said, "Okay." So I gave him my number. I used to give my number. I give my number a lot. The difference is that I don't pick call. If you meet me, I'll give you my number. I'm simply telling you that accessibility is different from availability. I can share my number to the whole world, but I will not pick. So because I gave you my number doesn't mean I'll pick your call. Because you know where I live doesn't mean you can enter my house. I'm not around. How will you know I'm around? Good. So if it's for giving number, I'm very good. I can share. I like being accessible. I like people accessing me, but I'm not always available to them. That is me. Because if you don't give your number, they say you're for me hard to get. I'll give my number. I don't even agitate. So my number. Call me. I'm picking. I will pick it. So while we got talking, this guy has already kept me there for like 5 minutes. He was an interesting guy. So when I was done, I asked him, "Did you drive?" He said, "I don't have a car. I came with Keke." And I said, "Wow, interesting. Can I drop you where you're going to?" He said, "Why not?" So he joined me in my car. I dropped him in his house. So I asked him, "What do you do for a living?" He said, "He's a businessman." He told me what he does. He's into blah, 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 blah. I said, "Okay." I just liked him. I liked his confidence, you know? Now, we now started talking. There is something I noticed. He never allows me to call. If I call him, he'll tell me, "Let me call you back." That was a man there. There was a sense of responsibility. Some men will just feel that because you have car and because they feel that you are rich, it's your recharge card they'll be using to talk to you. Ooh. So whenever I call, I realize that whenever I call, he'll tell me, "Let me call you back." He will drop the call and call me back. Every time is him. One day I now asked him, "Why don't you allow me call you?" He said, "I'm a man. I love you. I'm the one that want to talk to you." I said, but I can afford to buy airtime. He said, use it to call your friends. Wow. Wow. There are some small things a man can do for you as an independent woman, even if he does not have money. Or even if he does not have those flamboyance. But he's a man. He's a man. Sometimes he will buy me fruits. He will send fruits to my office. Sometimes this guy will send me fruits, not even up to 5,000 naira. But the fact is, I needed that fruit at that point in time. He will send me orange, banana, fruit. He will now send me a small letter. I know that you might be worked up and you might not have time to eat. Use this and I love you. Wow. Wow. Remember I said, I have money more than this guy. I'm wealthier than the guy. I have money more than him. But I was tripping. He didn't have any complex issue. He didn't say, oh, because this guy they drive. He was still giving me this. And guess what? Let me shock you as a man. Do you know that a lot of wealthy people don't have the small things that they deserve? Let me give you a small secret. Many wealthy people don't have those small things that life require. They miss out on the small, beautiful things of life. So they want it. So even if you're a man and you don't have money, a rich woman is looking for that small thing that you're overlooking. That mango, that orange, that small thing. She doesn't have time. There are some wealthy women that work their ass off. They don't even have time to eat. They don't have time to eat fruits. They can afford it, but they don't have time for it. Imagine you have a man that can remember to give you those small things. It's not just about money. 1,000 naira can make a woman smile. Some people are working and they've not eaten all day. Yes. So it's not just about how much you have. That's what I'm trying to say. So most times the battle is in the men, not in the women, because a lot of these men don't know what to do. It's not about the things. You know, at sometimes money becomes overrated. People have money and don't know what to do with it. I know of friends that are wealthy that don't even know how to buy clothes. Sometimes they will tell me, bless him, you get anybody where they go by logo market, get what you won't buy. No matter how rich you are, you still need that bedroom slippers. Even if you wear designer bag. No matter how rich you are, you're still going to braid your hair. No matter how rich you are, you're still going to do crotches. No matter how rich you are, you still need those small bit. Everything in your life cannot be designer. You go still need bedroom slippers. You go still need small earring. Not be every time you go to wear gold. Yes. So people still need those small. Nobody grows above those. They still need the needle and thread. They need it. Yes. The question, they might not have time to buy. There are some things that you don't see in the supermarket. And wealthy, rich people prefer to go to the supermarket. You that is not rich and wealthy, you can enter inside the Dumota, Balogu market and buy them those common things they don't find in the supermarket. They will appreciate it because they did not see it there. Today I went to the supermarket, I was looking for pap. Pap, Akam. Me and my friend that went to the supermarket, we now went to the deep freezer. We saw frozen pap. I said I cannot drink frozen pap. Imagine I had a friend that tomorrow morning they knock on my door and say, blessing, this is pap. Pap that is not up to 100 naira. That is what I craved for. If I see anybody that give me pap, now I'll fall in love with the person. Small thing. I just want that real pap, that morning pap where they just make the local pap. That's what I'm looking for. So the little things matter. And then a lot of us have forgotten that little things is what actually make people laugh. Not the big things. So it is not the Range Rover you buy. Neither is it the iPhone 6 or the iPhone 13 you buy for me. No, because I can afford it. Now, when a woman becomes wealthy, when a man becomes wealthy, they begin to crave for the little things that money cannot buy. I just gave you a very powerful value. When you meet people who are rich, begin to look for the things that money cannot buy to give them. Yes, that is what they appreciate the more. Because some of you that are saying, I'm dating a very wealthy guy, I don't know what to give him on his birthday. I'm dating a rich guy, I don't know what to give him on their birthday. I have a lot of rich friends, I give them the smallest things. Yes. If you go to one of my billionaire friends, if you go to his parlor, it's the frame I gave him on his video that is in his parlor. Painting. Me, most times, if my friends are rich, are very wealthy, I know I cannot afford to buy their wristwatch. And I know they have it plenty. Most of my friends already have plenty designer watch, designer. I know if I buy it for them, it will be common. Because they have them, right? I don't go and buy what you have. I go and buy the smallest thing that you don't have. Things like artwork. I give gifts more of artwork because you must put it on your wall. Small things. It might not be expensive, but you need it in your house. Yeah, I like to give artwork. I like to give throw pillow. No matter how rich you are, and I give you a throw pillow with your picture, it will be on your bed. If you want to give, you see that throw pillow that people used to do surprise, it can never be underrated because it's your face. And anything that have people's picture, they want to keep it around them because it's your own. Yes, that's what I do. That pillow might be maybe 10,000, 15,000, and I can give it to a billionaire. A billionaire will keep it in his parlor or on his bed. because it's his face. I give artwork. Those, those small things that... There was a day I had this friend that is very, very wealthy. On his birthday, I gave him a cake and he was crying. And I asked him, why are you crying? He said, since he was born, nobody has ever given him a cake. I said, why? He said, because people always think that he has plenty cake on his birthday. Maybe if somebody want to give him cake, they'll say, the guy get cake, people will give him cake now. But you don't know nobody gives him cake. Despite the fact that he had money, I gave him a cake and he was crying. And he said he was going to eat the cake alone. He ate the cake all by. He said that was the first time. He's 43. He is getting a birthday cake. Even his wife doesn't give him cake. Because they feel that he has passed cake. But he craved for it. But I gave him a cake. Because as a human being, as a relationship, as a psychologist, the smallest things is what matter. And the smallest things is what we overlook. Those small, little, kind gesture. My stylist, whenever he comes around me, he look at the small things that I don't have. He'll buy me things like hairpin. He knows I'm not very, I don't know how to take care of hair. He'll buy me things like small hairpin. The other time he came and said, babe, you don't get earring. He shopped earring for me. He shopped costume for me. He did a lot of stuff. He's the kind of person that will go to the market and buy me hairbrush. I have one hairbrush. The head has broken. I've not had time to go and buy the hairbrush. It's not because I cannot afford hairbrush. But he'll be coming. He'll buy me hairbrush. He doesn't know how I value it. He's the only person that can afford to buy me those small things I don't have time to buy. And I value it so much. Sometimes I'll be struggling. There was time I did not have hairbrush for almost 1 month. Yeah, I'll be using my hands to do. It's not because I could not. I used to forget. He'll buy me needle and thread. Blessing, you get needle. He'll buy me button. He'll go to the market and buy me zip. Because sometimes, this invisible zip, you can be trying to zip your dress and it will just cut. And you just need somebody to fix it. Maybe all these aboki that are passing, they don't have original zip. So when you have your original zip, you can always call aboki or go to any tailor to fix the zip for you. So he buys me zip so that anytime I have an emergency and my zip just spoil, I can just put it back. I don't play with him. Those things he's doing for me are very small, but I don't play with him. He puts needle and thread in all my handbags. The other day I was flying to Lagos. I was trying to do my distance in the counter at the airport. My button fell off. This button that used to be here, my bobby was outside. Guess what? Immediately I put my hand in my handbag, I saw needle and thread. I stood right there and tacked it. Imagine there was no needle and thread. Immediately I saw the needle and thread, I smiled and I called him and I said, Ben, I love you. I wonder what I would have done. Because they had already checked in my luggage. Would I have brought it? So those small things, that's what is called value. When we are talking about value, people think that you need to give them money. No, I don't. You see, this is my stylist I'm telling you about. He even has a higher position more than my relatives. People that I'm bloodily connected to. You see this person I'm talking about, my stylist. I placed him, I prioritize him more than my cousins. Because he's more useful to me. He's more valuable to me. So sometimes, a lot of people get to say, you love me and you don't place me. What are you doing in their life? It depends on how valuable you are in people's life. That is where they will place you. Yes, you don't know. So sometimes, it's so easy to forget you when you don't have any value in people's life. That's why even if you are my blood sister or my blood brother, you're not doing anything for me, I will have this one best friend that I can fly abroad with. I will have this one best friend I can buy a car for, but I cannot buy it for you. You will not be wondering, but she gets sister now. It's because that person is more valuable. You are just my sister for mouth, blood for mouth. But there is somebody that is not my blood that is more valuable to me. So if you want people to place you high, what are you doing in their life? Apart from answering blood, it's my blood. Oh, are they drinking the blood? Now, when you have this understanding, you will understand that we need each other. Nobody is poor. That poverty you're talking about is a mindset. Nobody is poor. That's the honest truth. Nobody is poor. You are useful to everybody. The commonest things. Yes. So, we need to develop our minds. We need to grow our minds. Most times I get to talk, I talk more about unlearning and relearning. The problem is, we are our own problem. We are our own problem because we underrate ourselves. We talk down on ourselves. We don't love ourselves. We feel that we are useless. Now, this thing starts from you. That's the reason why, because you are talking down on yourself, if somebody do like this, you say they have IU. That's the reason why, because you talk down on yourself, everything to you is an insult. Have you not noticed that sometimes when I make a statement on my page, somebody come and tell me, blessing, you insulted, and you know, it's people who have complex see every tiny thing as an insult. Yes. When you have complex issue, people cannot play with you. Everything, and you don't curse me. Nobody's cursing you. It's complex that's worrying you. It's because you look down on yourself. Just like me now as blessing. You can tell me I'm mad and I will not pick offense. Because I know I'm not mad. There's a lot of things you can tell me and I will not pick offense. Because that's not who I am. I posted something about somebody asking me about why do you look down on women. And some people started telling me, blessing, you're not even rich. And I laugh. All those people that are saying, blessing, you are not rich, are men that don't have one kobo. I don't need to come and start battling that I'm rich or I'm not rich. Nope. But some people just have complex within them. They feel everything is about them. When you have complex, you'll be feeling that everything is about you. When people laugh, let's assume you are passing right now, people are laughing, you say they're laughing at you. They could be laughing about what they saw on their phone. Or they could be laughing at a conversation. But because you have complex, every laugh is for you. They are laughing at me because my leg is K. They are laughing at me because my... Or when somebody laughs, you start adjusting your hair. You have complex. People can just be laughing. When people do their eye like this, everything is you. Who are you? There was a day somebody said, blessing. I said, who are you exactly? I beg, go and sit down. I mean, the worst thing I hate is when somebody come and tell me, blessing, you gossip with me. I'll ask you, who are you? There is nothing I can say in somebody's back I cannot say in your front. I they fear you. Blessing, you gossip with my name. Are you above gossip? There was this girl, every time she come and be, blessing, I heard that you said, blessing, I heard that you said. Every time she come and be hearing, I heard that you said. I'll ask her, who said? She said, don't worry, forget about it, but I heard what you said. One day she came and said it, I got pissed off. I asked her, who did you say? She said, don't worry. I said, yes. I said, what will you do? Are you above saying? She said, I said, yes. Don't people talk about Buhari? Don't people talk about Jesus Christ? Don't people blaspheme God? Don't people insult Genevieve? Don't people still insult Dangote, Otedola? Who are you that will not gossip with you? Please go and sit down. And she was shocked. I changed her for the girl. I said, go and sit down. Yes, I gossip with you. Because it's as if as I'm denying the... Oh, yeah, tell me what they said. He said, don't worry. Yes, I gossip with you. You are not above gossiping. They gossip with me too. They insult me too. So if I insult you, nothing bad. They insult all of us. The insult we go around. And since that day, Giga did not come near me again to say nonsense. So sometimes the battle is with you. It's with yourself. There was a time I used to have complex issues. And one of my friends told me something. That time, I like to prove points. If you tell me I don't have this thing, I will prove it to you that I have it. I want to show you I have it. I can prove points. My friend now told me one day, blessing, you don't need to prove a point. Just make your point and get out. I said, no, I will prove. She now said, as you grow in life and you become successful, you will see that there is nothing to prove to people. And I started learning it. I learned it. I used to have complex too. I want to prove to everybody that I don't need to prove to you that I have. So that you come and rob me. Some people just want you to prove that you have so that they can come and rob you. No, I don't have. If you say I'm not rich, good and fine, that one is your business. So she now told me, blessing, imagine you having 1 million in your bank account. And somebody now come and tell you, blessing, you don't even have up to 100,000. Does it mean you will scream munch your account balance and send to the person? I said no. She said you don't need to prove a point. The fact is that somebody is saying you don't have 100,000 and you have 1 million sitting in your account. What will you do? You will laugh at their foolishness. I learned it. And I said, wow. You see that? You saw the way she analyzed it. It was so simple. You don't need to prove a point. The fact is that you have the 1 million. Why are you stressing yourself? The person that is saying you don't have up to 100,000 is because they don't have. People don't believe. A lot of people don't believe what they don't have. Some people believe that because they are poor, so everybody is poor. Some people believe that because they did not make it at 22, so nobody can make it at 22. Some people believe that because they don't have 100 human hair, so nobody have 100 human hair. Some people just feel that because it's not possible for them, it is impossible for others. So some people are just using their life, things around them to judge you. You don't need to prove a point. I learned it. I used to be that person that I want to prove Mrs. Prover. Do you understand? Mrs. Prover, but I had to learn it. So, like I said, you need to unlearn and relearn. So many times, your bondage is your mindset. Your bondage is what you see yourself and how you see yourself. Some of you already see yourself as too small, as people that don't have value. That's the reason why it's so difficult for you to be around people. Begin to see yourself as somebody that have value. You can be able to create value anywhere you go. Let me tell you something. Nobody is useless. That's the reason why anybody you come around want to use you. What did I say? Nobody is useless. That is the reason why anybody you come around want to use you. They want to use you for house girl because you can clean and you can take care of the house. They want to use you for gatesman because you are security conscious and you can stay by the gate and you have patience. Everybody that come around you want to use you. It simply means you're not useless. If you are useless, you'll be thrown away. You won't be around people's houses. So whether you are doing house girl work, whether you are cleaning, I don't know the kind of jobs you are doing and you are feeling less of yourself, you are not useless. They are using you. And many times, we allow people use us when we have not understood our worth. I was working with the Nigerian police force. I resigned. Why do you think people bet entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is when you say, I don't want to work for somebody again. I now know my worth. I want to go and work. All those money I'm making for you. In fact, I've worked for you for 10 years. Ngwa, let me go and work for myself. That's entrepreneurship. You begin to know that, oh, really? That company that is making you look as if you're not useful. A lot of us, the moment we became entrepreneur, we blew. I resigned my job. It's 1 year and 10 months since I resigned my job. Yes. Almost getting to 2 years I resigned my job. And I can brag that everything I could not get within the 3-4 years that I worked, I got it under 1 year. Everything I struggled to get when I was working, within 1 year, when I started working for myself, I got it. I can brag about it. And I told myself, hey, whoa. So I've been wasting my time since these people. Jesus. Why did I not resign since? I'm not telling you it's going to be easy when you resign your work. But it's going to be worth it. And I said, oh. And when I was even working for these people, they were making it look as if I don't have sense. Yes. When you work for people, they'll be making you look as if you don't have sense. You have sense. But they are using you at that point in time. And when people are using you, you will not be able to find out your usefulness. What is your usefulness? You might not be able to contribute your value. You might not be able to lend your voice. You might not be able to share your idea. All those things will die inside of you. That is why you always feel you are useless. It's because you don't contribute. You don't share. You don't bring out your words. You can't talk to your madam now. Who are you? So they make you feel less, but you're not less. The difference is those things that you know die inside of you. Entrepreneurship simply means you no go die. We go bring them out. No matter how long it takes. That is entrepreneurship. That's why you see a lot of people break free. I know they work again. Bank, carry your work. I know they count money again. Make I go count money for myself. Yeah. So what am I trying to say? Nobody is useless. None of us are. No matter what you do. Whether you have succeeded, whether you have not succeeded, whether you don't blow, whether you never blew. Nobody they useless. The point is, we will just be allowing people use us until the day we find out how useful we are. We move. So if you are working for somebody or you're working a job that you don't like, just be allowing them use you. I just want you to know that you are not useless. Right? Just know it. So when you are working, just be telling yourself, I'm going to be here for 5 years. Let them use me for 5 years. Just know that they're using you. Because anybody that you're working for is using you. 5 years usage. We move. 7 years usage. We move. 10 years usage. You move. If some of you want them to use it till the day you die, that good luck to you. Because some people would like being used. They can work. I've seen someone that worked somewhere for whenever you're on my live video, can you leave this troll? Some people are just here to distract you so that you will not learn anything. So that you can be as stupid as they are. So when you see people making useless utterances, don't reply them. Just ignore them because they will distract you. It's just like in class, even during lecture, even during university. There's some people that came to class to distract you so that you will not learn anything, so that your school fees will waste. What do? You focus, you go and sit in front of the class. Like in the university now, when you sit at the back of the class, you might not learn anything. So what do? You come early and sit in so that you can learn something. They are everywhere, even on Instagram. So this video is not for everybody. Some people don't need it. Some people want to be useless the day they die. You that is useful to pay attention, my darling. I'm not for everybody. For every time you see me do a live video, the video might be for 2 or 3 people. It might not even be for the 400 and some people that are on this live video. So don't let them distract you. You are in class. When you are in class, you focus. So don't stress yourself. Okoro blessing is not for everybody. Some people will still be useless. And it is those useless people that will pay me more. I'm serious. My trolls are people that will pay me more. People who don't listen to me are people that will pay me more. People who listen to me and people who love me will only appreciate me. If you love me and you listen to me, you will only come and say, blessing, I love you, take this gift. But you see those ones that are trolling me, don't worry, they are my #1 clients. They are the ones that are going to make me very, very rich. Because they will pay me through their nose. Don't stress yourself. Don't stress yourself. Don't stress yourself. I hope you're able to learn something. And I hope I was able to teach you something. I love you guys very, very much. So I'm quickly going to take a few questions. Let's take a few questions, 1 or 2 questions. Just give me 2 questions so that few questions, guys. Ooh, I love you too, darling. I am so I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this hair. See her. See her. See her. I still have like 3 hair on the ground here. But it's only this hair I'm obsessed with. I don't know. It gives me this. If I tell you that I've owned this hair going to 5 years, you will not believe. 5 years. This hair is 5 years old. If I tell you how much I bought this hair then, I think I bought this hair for 55,000. Yes. But now, if you go and price this hair, I bought it from Kamsi Hair. I have this hair like, I had it like 7. My mom collected 1. My younger sister collected 1. My friend collected 1. One other person collected 1. Now I just have, I don't play with this hair because it's a hair that does not die. 5 years, going to 6 years that this hair. As you see, I'm like this. Somebody said, what happened to your Facebook page? I disabled it, but I'm going to come back soon. Hello from Maryland. Please, how do I DM you? I have something important to tell you. The DM is open. Somebody said do giveaways with hair. No, I don't buy my hair to do giveaway. I buy it to wear them. So when you want hair, go and buy. I don't do giveaways with my personal property. I did not tell you that they were blocking me or I had excess. I'm telling you the hair. For people who always see me wear this particular hair, I just like it. I just like it. It's my favorite hair. Thank you so much. I love you so much. I love you too, tall Chioma. One, Chioma, I'd rather skip meeting with Buhari than miss your program. King Austin Easy, thank you so much. That made me blush. Because skip meeting with Buhari. Buhari. You're beautiful. Thank you. Thank you guys. Okay, thanks for your answer because I have been checking and see you know. Can I take you for lunch? Aww, thank you. Wise woman, too young, smart with brain. Thank you so much. Thank you, darling. What's your take on combining your job with another side income? That's very good. That's very good. It can never be underrated, so it's okay to combine. Why not? So long as you can handle it. Good evening, please. How can I increase my self-confidence before my boss? How can you increase your self-confidence before your boss? By knowing your job. Know the job very, very well. When you know the job, they will not be able to discard you. It's when you don't know the job, that's when you're self-confident. So know the job, master the job, be good in it. Improve yourself, improve your skills on the job. Do your masters, do courses, make yourself needable. That's what's going to boost your confidence. Let me tell you something. You see, when it comes to relationship therapy, I'm very, very confident. There is nothing about relationship and marriage you ask me. Even if you wake me up from sleep, I cannot answer you. I don't write. All you need to do is give me a topic. There is no topic you give me on relationship and marriage I don't know about. Guess what? If you ask me any other thing like football, quiz. There are some things I'm a complete daft. Yes. There are some things I don't know. I don't know something. I'm not smart in every area. There's some things you give me and I'm completely blank. Yeah. But you see, relationship and marriage, I don't master. It's a craft for me. So, just master a craft. It's not like we are perfect everywhere. Get some place where I be Jones, so I don't know Jack. Ready? Okay, I'm coming. Thank you. I'm coming. Somebody said, do I have a boyfriend? Yes, I do have a boyfriend. Why would I? I'm too pretty to be single. I do have a boyfriend, but I'm still single though. Until he puts a ring on my finger. So you can try. Okay, guys. I love you guys.